American Pickers Season 25 kicks off with lowest premiere ratings in years as fans beg show to fire host. Hello everyone, welcome back to my another video. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a like up. American Pickers has kicked off with the lowest premiere ratings in years as fans are begging for Mike Wolfe's brother, Robbie, to be fired as host of the long-running show. The first half of Season 25 premiered on December 27, starring Mike, 60, Robbie, 57, and Danielle Colby, 48. Sign up for the entertainment and TV newsletter. Your info will be used in accordance with our privacy policy. The U.S. Sun can exclusively reveal ratings for the premiere episode of American Pickers. Classic Car Cemetery had just 723,000 viewers. The second episode of the premiere, Hidden Cash Stash, dropped down to 676,000. This is the lowest premiere ratings in years. The Season 24 premiere kicked off strong with 943,000 fans watching on January 4, 2023. The premiere for the second half of Season 24 on July 5 had 918,000 viewers. The Season 23 premiere on January 1, 2022 reached over 1 million viewers with 1,050,000 viewers. The second half of Season 23 premiered on July 22, 2022 with 833,000 viewers. The dip in premiere ratings comes as fans are calling for Robbie to be fired from the series. Mel Gibson says La Home burned down as he was on Joe Rogan podcast blasting Newsom. Robbie replaced fan favorite Frank Fritz as permanent host in 2021. One critic said, "Please take Robbie off the show." Another viewer said of Robbie poking fun at Mike's negotiating skills, "Let Mike do the talking. Stop it, Robbie." A third critic mentioned, "Where's Frank? We need him back. We don't need Robbie." Frank, 60, last appeared on American Pickers in 2020 when he took a break from the show to undergo back surgery. He had a falling out with Mike and did not return to the show. He then suffered a stroke in July 2022 and is currently under a conservatorship and guardianship. Keep on picking. Despite the ratings drop, the U.S. Sun previously reported fans could expect more seasons in the future. A source close to Mike previously told the U.S. Sun, American Pickers wrapped up filming the first half of Season 26 in the fall. They start filming for the second half of Season 26 from January to June. It's long, but he has the whole summer off. He just keeps filming. Shisho Mujureme. Despite continuing to film for history, Mike and his brother, Robbie, have been at odds with the network over the way episodes are rolled out. A source close to Mike previously told the U.S. Sun, "They're pushing episodes back far. Why? I don't know. They're trying to keep up with the streaming. Instead of having a full season with a new episode every week, they do 10 episodes and stop. It pisses them off." Robbie has complained about how stupid it was to see episodes filmed a year prior. The insider continued, "They are trying to play with all these things and see what happens. Like, oh okay, we can do this, we can do that." Season 24 of American Pickers premiered on January 4 and ran weekly until March 8. The remainder of Season 24 returned on July 5 and ran until August 23. Season 25 will run from December 27 until January 31, giving viewers just 10 episodes. Although viewers want Robbie out, the U.S. Sun previously reported Frank is unable to return to the show over 1 year after suffering a stroke. A source close to Frank told the U.S. Sun, "The stroke affected his speech, so he really can't return to the show. But you never know, there is always hope one day." A second insider told the U.S. Sun, "He can't come back and film, but the cast and show want him to." In the ever-evolving landscape of reality television, few shows have managed to captivate audiences as consistently as American Pickers. For over a decade, the History Channel series has offered a unique blend of nostalgia, treasure hunting, and quirky Americana as hosts Mike Wolfe and Frank Fritz travel across the United States in search of rare and valuable items buried in the forgotten corners of people's homes, barns, and garages. But with the premiere of Season 25, the show seems to have hit a major bump in the road. This article explores the show's disappointing ratings, the growing backlash from fans, and the heated debates surrounding the future of its long-time host. To understand the significance of Season 25's premiere ratings, one must first look at the journey American Pickers has taken since its debut in 2010. The series quickly became a staple of the History Channel, attracting millions of viewers each week. The show's premise is deceptively simple. Two experienced pickers comb through America's forgotten treasures, discovering everything from vintage cars to old signs, unique antiques, and quirky collectibles. The charm of the show lay not only in its focus on rare and valuable objects, but in the camaraderie between the hosts, Mike Wolfe and Frank Fritz. Their interactions, often filled with humor, banter, and a deep appreciation for history, made them instantly recognizable and beloved by viewers. However, despite its early success, the series has seen a noticeable dip in ratings over the past few years. In Season 25, the premiere episode posted the lowest ratings the show had seen in years. While American Pickers was once a ratings juggernaut, the latest episode barely scraped by with an audience of just 1.2 million viewers, a sharp decline from previous seasons. For context, the premiere of Season 24 attracted 2.4 million viewers, and in earlier seasons, numbers reached as high as 5 million per episode. As the Season 25 premiere drew to a close, the show's social media channels and online fan forums erupted with criticism. Many longtime viewers voiced their disappointment with the direction the show had taken, with some suggesting that the series had become stale and predictable. However, what truly caught the attention of both fans and critics alike was the overwhelming outcry regarding the hosts, particularly the departure of Frank Fritz in 2020. Fritz, one of the show's original hosts, had been sidelined after a long battle with health issues and a public falling out with Mike Wolfe. While many fans were initially hopeful that Fritz might return, Season 25 marked the second consecutive season without him. In his absence, the show introduced a rotating cast of guest hosts, but none have been able to fill the void left by Fritz's unique chemistry with Wolfe. The controversy reached a fever pitch after the premiere of Season 25, as a significant number of fans began to call for the firing of Mike Wolfe. Wolfe, who had been the face of American Pickers since its inception, has increasingly come under fire for his role in Fritz's departure and his perceived shift in focus away from the picking aspect of the show. Many fans took to social media to express their dissatisfaction. The show isn't the same without Frank. One user wrote on Twitter, "Mike Wolfe is clearly not the same without him. The dynamic between the two was what made the show fun. Now it feels forced and overly scripted." Another fan commented, "Wolfe has lost the charm he once had. Maybe it's time for a fresh start, get a new host, and bring back the old format." The critiques went beyond just the absence of Frank Fritz. Some fans argued that Mike Wolfe's recent behavior and his apparent shift in focus from the treasure hunt to more personal storytelling made the show feel less authentic. It used to be about the thrill of finding treasures. Now it's just a vehicle for Mike's ego. One viewer claimed on a popular fan forum, "It's time for the show to evolve, but not in the way it has been. Get rid of Mike and start over." But while the calls to fire Wolfe have gained traction, not all fans agree. Some loyal viewers have defended the host, stating that his passion for picking and his deep knowledge of American history still shine through, even in the absence of Fritz. Mike's dedication to the show is undeniable, one supporter wrote. Frank's departure was unfortunate, but that doesn't mean Mike should be blamed for it. He's carried the show for years, and I think he still ratings for American Pickers is not an isolated incident. Across the television landscape, many long-running reality series have seen similar declines in viewership as audience tastes change. Several factors may be contributing to American Pickers' slipping numbers, including shifts in consumer behavior, changing TV viewing habits, and a glut of new content on streaming platforms. 1. Changing viewing habits. In the age of streaming platforms like Netflix, Hulu, and Amazon Prime, traditional cable TV is no longer the dominant force it once was. Many viewers now prefer to binge-watch entire seasons of shows at their own pace, rather than tuning in for weekly episodes. This shift has affected many reality shows, including American Pickers. Viewers can now find a wealth of similar content on demand, from other reality treasure hunting shows to antique restoration programs, making it harder for American pickers to maintain its unique appeal. 2. The absence of Frank Fritz. The most glaring issue facing American pickers is the continued absence of Frank Fritz. Fans have consistently expressed their longing for Fritz's return, but the show's producers have made it clear that he will not be coming back. This has led to a sense of dissatisfaction among viewers who missed the dynamic between Wolfe and Fritz. Many fans argue that the show has lost its heart without Fritz, with some even suggesting that the producers should consider bringing in a new permanent co-host to replace him. 3. Lack of new content and format fatigue. Another key issue is that the format of American Pickers has remained largely unchanged over the years. While the premise of finding rare antiques and collectibles has timeless appeal, some fans have grown weary of seeing the same types of items repeatedly. There is only so much excitement one can derive from uncovering yet another old car or vintage sign. Viewers are craving something new, whether it's new locations, different challenges, or a fresh approach to storytelling. Unfortunately, many fans feel that the show has not evolved enough to keep up with changing viewer expectations. 4. The Mike Wolfe problem. The central issue for some fans seems to be Mike Wolfe himself. While Wolfe's passion for picking is undeniable, there are growing concerns that he has become the show's dominant force, to the detriment of the format. With his increased focus on personal narratives and his strained relationship with Frank Fritz, Wolfe's character has begun to overshadow the show's original premise. Fans have accused him of turning American Pickers into a vehicle for his own brand, rather than continuing to honor the original spirit of the show. The future of American Pickers. With the show's ratings at a historic low and the backlash from fans growing louder, it's clear that American Pickers is at a crossroads. The show's producers will need to make some difficult decisions if they want to keep the franchise alive and restore its former glory. One potential solution is to introduce a new co-host to replace Frank Fritz. While many fans have called for the return of Fritz, it's possible that the show could benefit from fresh blood, someone who can bring new energy and chemistry to the show. However, the challenge will be finding someone who can strike the same balance of humor, knowledge, and authenticity that Fritz and Wolfe once shared. Whether the show can recapture that magic remains to be seen. Another option is for the show to reevaluate its format entirely. Instead of relying on the same treasure hunting formula, American Pickers could explore new angles, such as focusing on specific types of items, highlighting regional histories, or even incorporating a competitive element to the picking process. This would allow the show to shake up its predictable structure and re-engage viewers who may have grown bored with the status quo. Lastly, American Pickers could take a step back and refocus on its original appeal, the hunt. Fans have consistently expressed that what they love most about the show is the thrill of discovery, the excitement of finding something valuable in unexpected places. By returning to its roots and emphasizing the joy of the picking process, the show could reignite its connection with fans. As American Pickers enters its 25th season, the show faces a challenging future. While it remains beloved by many, it is clear that the decline in ratings and the growing fan backlash indicate that something needs to change. Whether the solution lies in introducing new hosts, altering the show's format, or returning to its roots, the producers will need to act quickly if they want to preserve the show's legacy. Thanks for watching this video. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel, America Trends 24, and stay with us.